Can you still hear me here, guys?
Mhm.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So just start off on our wrists. Just go on all fours for me. And then just lean forward. And then just turn them outwards, so our fingers are facing outwards. And just lean side to side. And then turn them inwards, so they're facing our knees. And then just sit back on our bottoms a little bit. Like this. And then spin them back to the front. And now I want us to lean in and go to where your end range is. So not until there's pain, but just till just before your palms start to lift. So the moment your palms start to lift, just stop. And then I want you to push on the floor with your fingers for 5 seconds. 1, 2, push really hard. 3, 4, 5, and back off. And lean back out again. And then
Keegan, you need to mute your video because it keeps on going over to you instead of Joe.
What? Oh, okay. Yeah, if everyone mutes theirs then. Yeah, why don't everyone mute it until they need to say something. Basically, shut up. Yeah? Okay, so, yeah, unless you've got a question, then unmute it. So go sideways now, and lean to the left. And then shift over to the right, and really get into the end range. And then turn them backwards. And pop your knees on your hands. And then just sit back really gently. And then pop out. Come to a squat. Just give them a wiggle. Okay, now we're just going to go through 2 rounds of sun salutations. The first one's going to be a normal, traditional one, and it's just be really slow. And then the second one, I'm going to change up a little bit, it'll be slightly faster. So we'll just start with the first. So if you go into up dog, so chest drives to the floor, hips go up and back, and our heels drive down to the floor. Our legs are engaged, so they're active, and we're pushing back. Turn that off, it's annoying me. Pushing back in that position. Then we bend our legs, look through our hands, and we just gently step forward. And then we come to a stand, take a little back bend, and then go all the way to the fold. And then halfway up, all the way down to the floor and step back. Lower yourself, push yourself up into up dog. And in up dog, our legs don't touch, but they're still fired. We're on the tops of our feet. We're driving our chest up to the ceiling. And then hips up and back into that first down dog. And bend our legs up through, step forward, drive to the top, little back bend, all the way to the floor, halfway up, all the way down, up to up dog, driving back down to down dog. And again, bend our legs, look through, step forward, drive up, little back bend, take it to the floor, halfway up, all the way down, press the chest up, press the hips up and back, pedal out a little bit, and then this time we're going to bend our legs up through, and then we're going to jump through into a squat. So jump through to a squat, Then we're going to roll backwards. Then we're going to roll back up and jump through. If we can. And then up dog. And then press up to down dog. Okay, so just have a little go, see how we get on, and then we'll go for it. So it's up dog, we bend our legs up through, jump up, roll backwards, roll forwards, jump backwards, up dog, and then down dog. And bend our legs up through, jump, roll, up dog, down dog. 2 more. One more. And pedal, pedal, pedal. And come to your knees. Oh, my hair's everywhere. Okay. So now we're going to start, instead of using the up dog as our sort of finishing pose and starting pose, we're going to use a pounce. So whereas up dog is like this, the pounce is like this. It's actually a bit easier. So if you'll just sit in a pounce, so sit on our, basically sitting our hamstrings on our calves, and then we're leaning forward like we're trying to pounce somewhere after something, I don't know. So if we all take a pounce, I'll do this way, I think. And then what we're doing from a pounce is we're trying to swap our right leg with our right hand. So we're going to go from there, we're going to step through and then pop that through and then step back to a pounce. Want to try that? So left side, you would step, so just a lunge, pop that leg through, you can sit on your bum, pop that, swap legs, pounce again. Just have a go, see how you get on. How is it? Is that all right? So now we want to do 10 of those total, so 5 a side. So we go from here, and swap, there, and back, there, and back, there, and back. And then when you come to your knees, okay? Nice. We all done? I think York's is nearly done. He's the only one I can see, so. Oh, he's down. Okay, so that's the end of them ones. So now take the pounce again. This time it's a bit easier. So we're gonna swap again, sit through, and just place our legs down. And we'll just go to a forward fold. So you can make a 90 with that leg. Here, and then just forward fold over the leg. Come back up to the top. You go back into your pounce. And then swap legs to the other side. Make your 90 and then forward fold again. And come back up to your knees. Okay, so this time we're going to go, this is one of the last kick throughs now, or slide throughs. So we're going to go through on the other side to here, and this time, I'll do it back here, this time we're going to touch off bums on the floor, then drive our bum up as hard as we can, pop up the floor, drive it up, pop up the floor, drive it up, like that. Yeah, so kick through from here, like we did before, there, there, lift your body up, squeeze the core up, so this is squeezing in, then let it come down, squeeze it in, let it come down, squeeze it, let it come down, squeeze it all up, let it come down, and one more, squeeze, and then swap on the other side. Ooh, I fell over, and squeeze it up. Go for 5 really hardcore squeezes and then plonk your bum on the floor. We all done? Yeah, I think so. So take nearly our last pounce now, and this time we're spinning onto this leg. Here, we're just kicking out here, spinning and kicking. I'm just going to do 10 aside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Woo! You ready? Right, this is the last hardcore one, then it's, yeah, pretty much the last hardcore one, then it's a little bit stretchy. So it's the last but 1 pounce to do, but this time we're just going forward to a plank. So we're not like this, we're driving that core in, keeping the body nice and stiff. Then what we're going to do is take our knee to our elbow, lower it to the floor, take it across, drive it up, and do a box. We're going to do 5 boxes each side. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the same the other side. So always under tension, keep it really tight, keep the core tight, belly button tight. Shoulders push to the top, and then the other side. So lower, cross, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now that's nice and easy now. Now we're going to go from a pounce, and we're going to pop through to a lunge. We're just going to push knees forward, gently push it outwards. Try and keep our hips squarish. Just a little tiny push. They're not like dragging it over there. Mostly the weight's going forward, and then just a little push outwards. And then pop our hands down. Take that one back. Pop that one forward. Drive it forward. Pop it over there a little bit. Okay. We'll come to a stand. Then I want us to take what is goddess pose-ish. So on our knees pointing outwards and our legs as flat as they'll go across our body. We want our 90s there or thereabouts. So in an active position. Don't have to do this, I don't know why I'm doing that. Just sit there for me for a minute. So constantly thinking about driving these knees, like turning them outwards, driving these hips forward. Oh, they fell over. So it's almost a balance that you're creating. They're driving out, you're sitting in this squat, clench your bum, pull your core in. It's a really active position, this is. Just 20 more seconds, so keep driving out. Ten more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep driving. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come up. Turn your toes back forward. Keep your feet where they are. And just take a forward fold, but fold from our hips. So we don't bend our back over. Keep our chest high. Fold from our hips till we get to our end range. And as soon as you hit your end range, you can then fold in. And just dangle. Hold your elbows with your hands. Just let yourself dangle. I tend to move, shuffle my hips, find a bit more space. Not like aggressively move around, but just move into your space that's there. And then just dangle. Then come to the top, nice and gently. Shuffle our feet back in. Put our right leg forward. Just take a nice, gentle warrior one. So our hips are in line, driving our knee over our toes, pressing our hips forward but keeping them in line. So we're not doing this, we're doing this. And then just take our hands up with a little tiny back bend. And what I want us to do is I want us to hinge at the front. So come over, touch the floor, lift that back leg up. And then very gently drop that back leg back down again. Come back into warrior. And then lower the back leg. So you're sitting on your knee. So you're in a kneeling lunge. And then drive your hip forward in a kneeling lunge. Like this. And then place this hand on the floor. And then just take a little twist here. And pop that one back down. And another twist that way. Open that chest out. And back to the floor. Turn your toes back up and press up and come to the top. And then go on your back leg, do the other side. So hips are parallel, pushing forward, driving that knee over, arms are up, little tiny back bend. And we're leaning our weight forward, placing our hands on the floor, and then we're just kicking that back leg up in the air. Place that back leg down to a low lunge. So my knees on the floor, driving that forward knee forward just to find a bit of space, and then take a twist this way. Still driving with your hips. And then swap. Take a twist that way. Hands to the floor. Push up and come to the top. And then just take a little bend in our knees and just another gentle forward fold, clutching our elbows, pedaling, find some space. And then if I bend our legs, drive our knees forward and see if we can get into a squat. Oh, I think I'm being timed out. Running out of time. Got 10 minutes. Sugar. Okay. Fast! Where were we? Squat. Take our best squat, guys. And then I want us to take our hands and place them like here and here, like this. So when we squat in, they're behind our back and our knees are driving them forwards. So our hands are going at our lower back, the back of our palms, and then our elbows are just tucking in between our legs. We're just pushing them gently forwards. And from here, just take a nice frog pose. So shuffle down into like a split. And then once we're not over pulling, don't ever go too deep too soon, but go in just off your full, and then take your feet out slightly wider than your knees, just, and then gently push your weight backwards. So it's all about these feet, just driving wider than your knees, but gently put a bit of pressure on there, and try and relax. And then take our feet in first, and then drive our hips up. And spin onto our bottoms. And give your legs a wobble. If you take your knee up to your chest, like this, take an elbow on our knee and our backhand just behind our back. So our back arm is straight, our spine straight, and our elbow pushes against our knee to get that twist. And then when we breathe in, our spine gets longer. When we breathe out, our spine twists a little bit. So in it goes long, out it twists a bit. In it goes long, out it twists a bit. And come back to the other side. This leg up. Swap over here. And same again. And if we lie all the way back now, onto our backs, take both legs in, give yourself a squeeze. Let your left leg down, just take your right leg over your body and turn the opposite way, keeping your shoulders grounded and twisting from the base here. So you're facing the other way. And back to the top, pull them in, drop your right, take the left over. And all the way back in. This one's for you, Em. Do happy baby. So hold your big toes with your fingers and then just lift your body up. Hang on a minute, I'll do it this way. Like that. So your knees go on the outside of your elbows. Your arms just put a bit of pressure on your legs to drive them this way. And you just relax in here. And then take your feet to the floor. Turn your palms up. And then this time I want you to squeeze your hands together, squeeze your forearms, squeeze your biceps, squeeze your shoulders, drive your shoulders to the floor, squeeze your core in, squeeze your chest, squeeze your face, your fingers, your toes, your quads, your calves, hard, 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 and then just let go. And then breathe. Now I want us to breathe in a box breath. So I want 4 out. 1, Mississippi, 2, Mississippi, 3, Mississippi, 4. Hold for 4. In Mississippi, 3, Mississippi, 4. In for 4. Hold for 4. So you're making a box in your mind. Just concentrate on your breath. Relax your body. Whenever we're breathing, we're doing box breaths or any kind of yoga breath, we always breathe from our belly. So when we breathe in, our belly expands, our chest doesn't move. Breathe out, our belly gets smaller, our chest doesn't move. We breathe in, chest gets bigger, belly gets bigger, sorry, not chest.